With the addition of the Eternal Legendary Crest in the Warband raid, I wanted to go over every way we could earn Legendary Crests as a free-to-play. They are scattered in a lot of different areas, so a lot of people don't even know that there are options out there. Let's go over all of them. All right, so the first thing I wanted to talk about is the Hilts Trader. Now, I'm going to try to add up all the monthly and weekly legendary crests and give you the amount you can get per week and per month total. So first off, Hilts Trader, we have one in the general shop, monthly limit of 1,600 Hilts. Definitely want to pick this one up every single month. Then we have the Immortals Legendary Crest, and this one is going to be a unique one only to the Immortals every single month. So we have two in the Hilts Trader. Again, it's kind of like one for the majority of players, so I will make sure I include and separate the one with the Immortals later on in the video. The next one, I'm going to include all of the events and the new hero's journey. So if you did not know, we have a one-time ability to get legendary crests from the hero's journey once we get to chapter 3 and chapter 4. Now this will take a long time, and we can't even do chapter 4 for a while anyways, because you need to have 150 Paragon. So this one is kind of a moot point because it's only two one-time legendary crests, but I will include the one-time legendary crests at the end anyways. And then we also have the events that seem to be rolling decently often. And so I think we can chalk this up to about one every 2 weeks for the events, as we are going to have one for the next week. And then we're also going to have, or at least the next 2 weeks. And then we're also going to have another event right after this event ends for another legendary crest. And then we also had a legendary crest right before this event happened. So it looks to be about once every 2 weeks, we're going to get a singular legendary crest, is what I think we can assume for this based on the current trends of the events. Now, the next one is something that a lot of people actually miss out on, and it's going to be the Shadow War. So if you are a Shadow, you definitely want to participate in the Shadow War because if you join in and your clan actually wins, actually I don't even know if your clan, if they lose, but I know if they win, you'll get a legendary crest at the end of the week, which is very, very impactful. And if you are an immortal, you believe you get another legendary crest per week from the events that you do over there. So basically your clan activities, if you're a shadow or immortal, you get one per week in terms of legendary crests, which is very, very useful to obtain. Again, a lot of people don't even know that this exists, so definitely try to go ahead and pick up your legendary crests by participating in the Shadow War. Next up is going to be a two-parter, and the first part is going to be the weekly Warband raid. Now, I do want to specifically mention that this is going to be an eternal legendary crest. Every single other one that we've gone over so far is going to be a bound legendary crest. And so this one is particularly important because we can sell this on the market, and it costs 1,600 platinum, but you should absolutely pick it up, and you have to do the Warband raid in your Warband for the Heliquary in order for you to get a ticket that allows you to purchase this. So very, very important that you do this every week. That's very, very important because the average crest is worth about 3,600 platinum, including taxes. So you're basically netting 2k platinum, and it's a legendary crest, which also plays into the pity. So, and then the second part is going to be crafting. And this is going to give you another eternal legendary crest. And the way you craft is by picking up the weekly limit of Fading Ember at the top there, 280 by doing Elder Rifts. And then if you happen to have rare crests or legendary crests, or you happen to have friends that have these things, you want to run the Elder Rifts with them to get the bonus weekly limit of using the crests with your party members. Very, very important that you do this. And this will net you about one per week as well. Because if we look, well, we get about 400 Fading Ember, and it costs you 22 Fa runes in order for you to go ahead and craft a random one, which puts you at about one per week exactly. A little bit more actually than one per week, but that won't add up until much later. And then with this Fading Ember, we can actually purchase a Eternal Legendary Crest with the new update. Now, I highly recommend that every single person, instead of crafting the unbound version of the random 1, 2, 5-star legendary gem, purchase the Eternal Legendary Crest. And the main reason for this, well, there's two really. One, we get a guaranteed pity from this. We do not know if the random legendary craft has a pity. And the second thing, we also don't know the crafting rates. As far as I know, we cannot find this until a bunch of testing. And so I would go with the guaranteed crafting of the legendary crest with the guaranteed rates that you know versus something that may have less rates and we do not know quite yet. There's also a very nice way to go ahead and get another gem that's able to be put on the market. Granted, this one can be put on the market as well. I know I said that it couldn't previously, and that was a mistake, but you actually can. But I definitely recommend that you get the Eternal Legendary Crest from this. And this is going to be about a weekly limit as well due to the Fa Rune craft. Now, the last per month Legendary Crest that I know about is going to be coming from the Battle Pass. Now, that is at rank 20 of the Battle Pass. And I do want to quickly mention that I know some people said that they took a Legendary Crest out of the Battle Pass. I've compared the two. I do not see them taking out a Legendary Crest between the two. If you have screenshots of the previous Battle Pass that anyone can show me, I'd very much like to see, because I've gone over both of them and I've not seen a single difference. But again, I could be wrong on that one, but I've checked it quite thoroughly just to make sure. But we do get one per month as free-to-play version. If you're a paid version, it's a lot more. I think it's 2 more, but you do get 1 for being the free version at rank 20. So this is a monthly reset. Now, with that being said, let's total them all up and see what the total numbers are per week and per month. So totaling it all up, the numbers come to about, we're getting 3 Legendary Crest as a free-to-play player per week. 1 from the clan events, 1 from the Warband raid, and then 1 from crafting it. Then we have the 2 one-time rewards, which are completely separate from the hero's journey, which is quite nice. And then we're going to get about 16 per month. And this is due from the previous things as mentioned, leaving out the 1 from the Immortals. We're just simply taking the 3 per week, multiplying it by 4. So that's 12. And then the one-time purchases or the 1 times from the Battle Pass per month. Or if you're an Immortal, you'll get 17 per month, which is actually a lot more than we initially thought, but it's not amazing. But I did want to highlight how many you could get per week, per month, as well as where to acquire them, because a lot of people are missing out on Legendary Crest simply from not being in the Shadow War, or simply not doing their Elder Rift farming, or all manner of the other things that I've mentioned on this list. Hopefully this gives you an idea. Hopefully this kind of plans out your week a little bit. Okay, I need to get my Fading Ember capped out, things like that. Hopefully they will add more in the future. Let me know if I missed any Legendary Crests, maybe some one time or something like that. I tried to think of everything that I possibly could have, but I might have missed it. So if any of you have some Legendary Crests that you found that I don't know about or haven't gone over in this video, please leave it in the comments down below and I will check those out. But hopefully you enjoyed, and I will see you for the next video.